Hi everyone, welcome to Kate's Fashion Flips. My name is Kate and I resell clothing online part-time. And in today's video, we have a what sold video going through my sales between the dates of December 28th through January 17th. That is a pretty wide, big time frame, but I've been kind of slacking on making these what sold videos for you guys. I have been doing short form what sold videos here on my YouTube channel, and I was kind of thinking, do people actually want to see long form what sold videos still if they're seeing my short form videos and learning what's actually selling for me every day? But then I thought about it and I decided that I should still record my what sold videos for my channel because those always do really well. And we go more in depth about the items that sell, right? So we talk more about why I picked the item up, keywords I used, and all that good stuff. So that's what we're talking about in today's video. So let's dive in to my sales and we'll go through my sales together and I'll show you guys what I sold. We won't be going through every single sale, but we will go through some sales that I wanted to highlight. Hey guys, long time no see. I have not done a long form type of what sold video in forever. I've been doing a lot of short form what sold videos, but it's been a while since I've done a long form one. I'm wearing my new headphones from my mom, which she got me for Christmas. They're the exact kind that I wanted. Today we're going to start off with Mercari, then we'll go on to Depop, Poshmark, and end with eBay. That is how we always do it. If you're new to my what sold videos, that is the order we will be going in. I do this order because I make the least amount of sales on Mercari, and then I make the next amount of sales on Depop, then the next amount of sales on Poshmark, and then the next amount of sales on eBay. Usually, eBay's been kind of slow for me recently with the month of January. My my lowest net profit month last year, I think, also was January. I think sales are just kind of slow towards the beginning of the year because people spend a lot of money on Christmas. I may freeze up. That is one thing this video thing has tended to do in the past. I used to not have myself on the screen and then I thought, hey, why not? You guys can see me, but I may freeze up halfway through and be stuck in like an awkward position. But with that being said, let's dive into Mercari. We will not be going through every single sale from between December 28th and January 17th, but we will be going through certain sales that I wanted to share with you guys and highlight for certain reasons. So this first sale on Mercari is this pair of Hey Dude red, white, blue Wally patriotic moccasin flats shoes size 6U. In my description, I put the keywords Americana, unique, 4th of July, summer, and slip on. I paid $4 for these at a normal thrift store. They sold for an offer of $16.72. That makes my profit $11.05, and these took 81 days to sell. Hey dudes, I don't know. I feel like they can actually be a pretty great seller, but they don't usually sell for more than like $24, and $24 is on the high end. $16.72 is on the low end. You could probably get around $20 for your Hey Dudes if they're in good condition. These did have a few round marks, but I still wanted to get them because they're such a unique colorway. Very happy for the sale. I was not expecting them to sell in January. I thought they would sell closer to the 4th of July, but happy with the sale nonetheless. I've mentioned this before on my channel and in what sold videos, but I'll mention it again. People on Mercari, I don't get very many Mercari sales, but the people that do decide to shop on Mercari send reasonable offers. I have not one time gotten an unreasonable offer on Mercari. The only time was when like somebody reached out and was like, "Hey, can I pay this much for a set of clothing that I had?" And then the second sale that I want to talk about with you guys is this blouse. And the reason I wanted to talk about this sale was because it sold extremely quickly, very surprisingly. So this is an ASTR the label, white ruched, 3/4 sleeve, feminine clean girl blouse size small. In my description, I put the keywords neutral, casual, going out, modest, dainty, closet staple, wardrobe basic, capsule wardrobe, quiet luxury, and timeless. I actually got this blouse for free from my aunt, and it sold for an offer of $18, making my profit $16.20. This blouse only took 3 days to sell, which is extremely surprising because ASTR, the label, is not a Bolo brand whatsoever. It does retail for a higher price, but the sell-through rate isn't good. I think that this was just the right piece. I think that the keyword clean girl is very trendy right now. And yeah, maybe I just caught the right buyer at the right time. But 3 days to sell for $18 and I had $0 cost of goods. Yes, please. Moving on now to Depop. And about a month ago now, or a little less than a month ago, but I decided to boost my entire Depop store because my mindset was okay, if I boost my entire Depop store, but it gets me more sales, I, in the end, will be making more money because more sales lead to more cash flow. So even if I am taking out that 8% promoted fee, sometimes it's worth it. And actually, I'm still having more things sell on Depop that aren't boosted. So even though you boost your whole store, if someone doesn't click on your item because it's boosted, they just click on it organically and it sells, then you don't have to pay the boosted fee. And most of my items are still selling that way. So this is a Zara Black faux suede, long dressy, going out, open trench blazer jacket, size extra large. In my description, I put the keywords minimalist, timeless, neutral, contemporary, modern, and outdoor. I got this from a regular thrift store for $7. It was actually in the men's section, but I was pretty sure it was a woman's piece. It could really be gender neutral based on the cut and the look of it. But it sold for an offer of $38.25, which is great. And that makes my profit $26.61. And this only took 20 days to sell. Zara, most of their clothing does not sell well. I mean, you can sell Zara kids pieces to kids consignment stores pretty well, but a lot of their dresses, tops, even their jeans don't really resell that well. But I will sell their longer length dresses and their outerwear and sometimes their shoes. But especially their outerwear does particularly well. 20 days to sell is amazing. And yeah, $7 into over $30 is great. Looking at my numbers since using Nifty, I've noticed that I get a lot of high dollar sales specifically on Depop, which is very odd, but I'm totally happy about that. This next sale is something that I got in a free donation. It is this American Eagle cream eyelet puff 3/4 sleeve cottagecore high neck blouse size extra large. In my description, I put the keywords maiden, prairie, dainty, coquette, feminine, and neutral. Like I said, I got this for free. Someone donated a bag of clothing to me, and there were about like 5 pieces of clothing in there that were worth reselling. This being one of them. This was a recenter style. I think it was from like 2023 or so, and it was a size extra large, and it was the most amazing style ever. So, paid zero, sold for my full asking price of $22. Maybe I should have up the price to 25, but it only took 2 days to sell, and it leaves me with a profit of $20.67. I've been getting a lot of donations from people because around Christmas time, or actually, I think it was after Christmas, but I had this epiphany that people are donating a lot of their clothing right now to thrift stores, and I decided to make a post on Facebook Marketplace asking for people's free clothes, and it has resulted in me getting lots of free clothing donations. I have to sift through a lot of not worthwhile pieces, but we have pieces like this that I find now and again. So yeah, that was a great sale with a great profit margin and a great turnaround time. This next sale is another high dollar sale. I'm telling you, the Depop sales, like I don't know what it is because I don't get a lot of Depop sales, but a lot of the time I can get like higher price. And don't mind my ugly legs in this photo. I wanted to style these shoes because I could not take a worthwhile picture of them without modeling them, but you can see my ugly scarred legs and foot from having eczema. Anyway, this is a pair of E8 by Mista, black leather slingback, chunky platform Y2K 90s sandals, size 8.5. One shoe had some like white marks on it that I don't know what it was because it would not come off, but It was pretty not noticeable. In my style keywords for this, I put grunge, going out, and streetwear. I also put retro for my style tags on this specific Depop listing. E8 by Mista or Mista, it's Miista, was a new brand to me. I actually found this pair of shoes on the first day of Vlogmas Thriftmas with you guys last year, and I looked up the brand because the style was just very on trend, right? Very 90s, very Y2K. And, but anyway, this brand apparently can retail for like over $200. I'm not sure if it's still being sold, but yeah, sold for an offer of $42.50. I paid 5. That makes my profit $33 or no, $35, excuse me, 35 cents. And these only took 32 days to sell. They were getting a ton of interest. As you can see, there were 68 likes. So finally sold, and I'm happy that I modeled them. I was a little bit self-conscious about my ugly legs, but I'm like, if it's gonna help me make the sale, I'm gonna model them. This next sale I wanted to include because this is completely style based. And actually, I think that this blouse is from Shein. And I don't like to really resell Shein, but this was given to me again in a donation bag, so I got it for completely free. This is a sage green, ruffle cropped forest fairy romantic sleeveless tank blouse, size extra large. There was no size tag, so I just provided measurements for potential buyers. And then in my style keywords, I put flowy, girly, goddess, stretchy, going out, party, festival, and concert. Sorry, you may be able to hear our parakeets in the background. We got parakeets for Christmas for our daughters. I think I mentioned that on my channel. But anyway, $0 cost of goods, sold for an offer of $17, making my profit $15.87. And this only took 4 days to sell. 4 days to sell. I'm really happy that I put this blouse on my mannequin. I don't take pictures on my mannequin usually, but if I feel like an item needs to be shown off on a mannequin, I will take the extra time to put the clothing item on a mannequin to help it to sell. We're going to talk about 2 more sales here on Depop. I sold this skirt, which was another style-based sale. I did pay for this one though. This is a Joy Folly black asymmetrical ruffle Sen boho whimsy goth. Oh, I put Sen twice. Sen midi skirt size medium. In my description, I put the keywords flowy bohemian, modest, festival, fairy grunge, witchy, and gothic. I paid $6 for this skirt, but I was very confident in this pickup because of the style. It's asymmetrical, flowy, has ruffles, and I could put so many keywords like I just told you guys. Sold for my full asking price of $30. As you can see, it had 99 plus hearts on it. That makes my profit $22.35. And this took 4 days to sell. 4 days to sell for over a $20 profit. And I did get some lowball offers, but I just knew that somebody would pay full price, and they did. This is actually still for sale on Joy Folly's website. Actually, I don't know why I'm on Yahoo. My default browser has been being weird. But if we go to Joy Folly, Sen skirt, it should pop up. Sen skirt in black. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's still on their website. Right here. Yep, it's still on their website. Oh, and it's even on sale right now. But it looks like it's almost all sold out. But yeah, retailed for $88. Now it's down to $40. But really pretty skirt. Although I don't like to use stock photos on Depop, so I didn't use a stock photo. But really cool. And then last sale I want to just show you guys is an extremely quick sale. I don't know why our birds are being so loud. Maybe it's because I'm talking to them and they're like, oh, hey, you're talking to me. Hopefully it's not bugging you guys too badly. Anyway, this last sale is this Adidas blue end plastic waist Terex Performance Outdoor Puffer Coat size extra small. This was a collab. So I'm pretty sure it was a collab with Parley, but I couldn't find that word anywhere. But Parley's like an end plastic waste company. So it was a collab making it more desirable because certain Adidas collabs can make it more desirable. Sorry, I gotta move myself down to find these keywords. For my keywords for this, I put winter hooded pullover ski and snow. I paid $12 for this at a consignment store. I think it was 10 and then with tax and everything. Sold for an offer of $40 in less than a day. So I was very happy to accept that $40 offer because that leaves me with a profit of $25.95. So booyah, very happy with that. Okay, moving on now to Poshmark. We have a few very quick sales on Poshmark. This is a pair of Vionic tan suede ruffle Paul Maroni comfy neutral slip-on slide sandals size 10. In my description, I put the keywords summer supportive, casual, classic, travel, and beach. Man, these birds are so freaking loud right now. I think it's because I'm talking. I paid 5 for these, and I listed them for 35. Very, very quickly after cross-listing these sandals, I got a $25 offer, which is more than reasonable. So I accepted that $25 offer, sold for 25, giving me a profit of $15. Took less than 1 day to sell. Vionic was one of my best selling brands on Poshmark last year, and I think that that is going to stay that way going into this year because it's such a reliable brand and it sells even better than Dansko for me, in my opinion. So, very happy with that. This next sale is a vintage, so that's great. This is a deerskin pink genuine leather vintage snap closure cool retro bomber jacket size small. In my description, I put the keywords 80s party, going out unique costume, and cosplay. I paid $2 for this at a yard sale. Only $2. It was insanity. And I think I listed it for 50. I accepted a $31 offer, making my profit $22.80. This did take 129 days though to sell. Genuine leather jackets aren't usually a fast seller for me, but they do sell eventually. And this was really cool because it was a cool pink color, which is very unique. So very happy with this sale. Would pick a piece up like that again. Next sale is another extremely quick flip. It is a pair of outer known joggers. First time I've ever found this brand. This is a pair of outer known navy blue high tide terry drawstring sweatpants joggers size medium. In my description, kept it pretty short and sweet. I put the keywords lounge comfy, soft, neutral, and casual. I paid up for these at Ross, but I was so excited when I found these at Ross, and so I looked up the exact style and sell-through rate, and it was amazing. So I paid $18 for these. They sold for an offer of $46, making my profit $18.80, and these only took 2 days to sell. Coming up here, I think it's on, let's see. Yes, so today's the 22nd. Coming up on the 26th, I believe it is. You guys, you got to go to Ross as soon as they open. So I'm pretty sure that is when their 25-cent sale starts. And you could get pieces for 25 cents to resell. So just wanted to give you guys a heads up for that. Next sale is a Torrid piece, which was actually my second best selling brand on Poshmark last year. Torrid, can you believe it? Although I'm very picky with what I pick up from Torrid. Let me see here what this Torrid sale is. Oh, yes, it's a bra. It's another new with tags item. This was a new Torrid Black XO Plunge push-up floral lace 360 degrees back smoothing bra size 44 double D. In my description, I put the keywords padded, underwire, sexy, and feminine. I paid only $2 for this bra. It's so funny because the thrift store I went to this day, they priced up like a Spanx bra that wasn't even new with tags to $15, and they priced up a walk hole or wake hole bra to $15. But this new with tags Torrid bra, they kept it $2. So I don't understand these places, but sold for $27, making my profit $19.60. And this only took 2 days to sell. This also probably sold so quickly because it was a plus size and because I think that this exact style is still on their website or was there very recently on their website. So it's a pretty recent style. Very happy with this sale. One of the things I want to sell more in 2026 is bras. Bras, the market for bras is crazy. Like if you have the right sizes, styles, and brands, bras can sell incredibly well. And yeah, you can get them for pretty cheap at the Goodwill outlet, but also normal thrift stores. I would never pay that much for bras. Like I get most of my bras at the Goodwill outlet now because luckily I don't have huge ones, so I can buy the cheapy bras. Um, but next we have this Free People sweater, and this is a Free People navy waffle knit thermal minimalist hooded long sleeve shirt, size small. In my description, I put the keywords casual, neutral, school, everyday, closet staple, and wardrobe basic. I paid $3 for this sweater at a yard sale, the same yard sale I got that pink leather jacket from. And it sold for my full asking price of $22, making my profit $14.60. This did take 137 days to sell, though. Free People is not usually a fast mover for me, but I've noticed that Free People thermal tops can actually do pretty well this time of the year. And this was hooded, so it had good factors going for it. Would pick that up again. Sorry, my birds are still going at it. They're being so talkative. They weren't this talkative when my daughters were awake. Now that it's nighttime and that I'm talking to you guys, maybe this will help us bond and they'll trust us now because we can't get them to like come on our fingers or go anywhere near us. Anyway, this next sale is another quick flip. Lots of quick flips to talk about today. So this is a Garnet Hill white green striped 100% linen relaxed popover mini shirt dress size small. In my description, I put the keywords casual, quiet luxury, beachy, coastal, vacation, and minimalist. I paid $6 for this at an Uptown Cheapskate sale, sold for an offer of $40. I had it listed for $45, so great deal. And that gives me a profit of $26. This only took 2 days to sell, and I was really surprised that this sold so quickly and that it sold now because it's not linen season. But this was a pretty recent style. I think that this style was from like 2023, 2022, maybe even 2024. So very, very recent style. Still was on Garnet Hill's website, so that definitely helped this dress to sell. I don't find Garnet Hill very often, but I feel like it can do pretty well, just not sell for a ton, although $40 I'm very happy with. Oh no, you guys, I'm frozen. Okay, I knew this would happen, but you'll still be able to hear me for the duration of this video. Last sale we're going to talk about on Poshmark is this heart sweater, which someone totally bought for Valentine's Day. This is a vintage Maggie Lawrence blue-green heart print grandma core winter sweater size 14. In my description, I put the keywords cabin core, cottage core, warm, thick, casual, outdoor, and Valentine's Day. This is your reminder to you guys to put the keyword Valentine's Day or Valentine on any of your listings on Poshmark that have a heart print or are pink, purple, cream, red, are Valentine's Day colors, or are particularly sexy. So if they're like black, or you could even put the keyword on like bras and lingerie. Put the keyword Valentine and Valentine's Day because people are searching that and using that keyword right now. Anyway, I paid $6 for this sweater. I had it listed for $30. It started getting a lot of interest on Depop, and I thought it was going to sell for full price. But then I got an offer for $20 on Poshmark, and I wanted to keep sales moving, especially because I feel like sales have been slow this January. So I accepted that, and that gives me a profit of $10. This did take 124 days to sell. I bet it would have sold for my full asking price of $30 on Depop, but I'm glad that I could get it to sell now rather than make a few extra dollars. Let's end off now with eBay, where I sold these bed stew boots. Finally, this is a pair of bed stew brown tan 100% vegetable tanned leather tall lace up boots size 7. In my description, I put the key words. Wait a minute. There we go. Cowgirl, rustic, feminine quality, fall, autumn, going out, outdoor, and western. I paid up for these. I paid $30 for these, but these were in excellent condition. I had them listed at 150, then I lowered the price to 120, got an offer for 100, was very happy to accept that. That makes my profit $46. These did take 391 days though, around there to sell. So more than a year. I don't know why these took so long to sell because I feel like they were amazing and I feel like they weren't too unreasonably priced. Okay, are you guys ready to cry? I am ready to cry because guess what? This was my best sale of, I think this year. Yeah, of this year so far, or maybe it was last year. And you guys, it got lost. It got lost in the mail. Actually, it never even started tracking. I don't know what happened. Let me tell you all the details and then we'll go through my sob story. So this is a vintage, the Tony Alamo 1987 Levi's beaded studded cropped denim jacket, size medium. In my description, I put the keywords party, festival, glam, concert, Taylor Swift, unique, artsy, grunge, and cowgirl. Put the keyword Taylor Swift because I feel like on Taylor Swift's most recent tour, she wore lots of beaded outfits. This is a bolo, you guys. I'll show you guys the tag right here. The Tony Alamo. Their vintage denim jackets can go anywhere from like 200 all the way up to like 800 plus dollars. And I found this at the thrift store for only $5 on a new rack. There were a few beads missing, but I knew it was something special. And so I looked it up. When I got home, I listed it for 400. Then a couple months later, I accepted a $200 offer. $5 into $200, which made my profit $147. And I don't know how long it took to sell because I couldn't find it on my sheet, but it was like, I think it was like 5-ish months. No, I think I got this back in October. So not quite 6 months, but you guys, I dropped off this jacket in a box with a few other packages that day. All the other packages started tracking just fine. This one, though, never started tracking. And it doesn't even show, it just says that my post office is awaiting for it to be dropped off. eBay automatically provided a tracking label for my item because I bought a shipping label through them. And then now the tracking number just says still waiting to be dropped off at the USPS near me. I ended up calling the USPS and they filed a case, and now it says like somewhere in New York, my case was opened or closed. I don't understand, but you guys, I am going to have to refund the buyer not just the $200 they paid, but the shipping they paid. So in the end, I don't get my $147 net profit. I lose my original $5 investment, and I have to pay them for the shipping that they paid, which was like 12 bucks. So I lost like $12 on this, which could have been my best sale of the year. I didn't buy shipping insurance, but I don't even think that it would have mattered in this case because it shows that I never even dropped it off. And so it doesn't say that, oh, USPS lost it. It shows that like I never dropped it off. So I am devastated, completely devastated to say the least. That's an understatement. So we'll move on, you guys, but that's my sob story, and I'm literally so freaking sad. We're going to skip on to a extremely mediocre sale compared to that denim jacket sale, but it is a quick sale. This is a pair of AYR black comfy lounge mid-rise pull-on Pima cotton modal kick flare pants size 6. In my description for this pair of pants, put classic yoga, closet staple, wardrobe basic, capsule wardrobe, and casual. There was some slight fading to this pair of pants, and I also could not find a size tag, but they fit around a size 6 based on measurements. The thrift store only wanted $4 for these. I got these at a Savers thrift store last year. My New Year's resolution is to not go to Savers this year, and I have yet to go to Savers, so I'm doing pretty good with that. But I listed them for like, I think 25, and I got an $18 offer in less than 24 hours, and I did accept that, which makes my profit $9.68. Could have held out for more money, but like quick flip. And then this next sale is a bra sale, which also sold in, actually, no, this took less than 24 hours to sell, excuse me. This is a four-lest nude padded Grace 2.0 front closure jelly gel support up bra size 3XL. In my description, I put the keywords breathable, wide straps, seamless, and comfortable. I got this at a Goodwill in Idaho. I paid $5 for it. I ended up looking up the bra because it was new with tags, and comps for four less bras that were new with tags were like $20 to $30. So I was happy paying 5. Sold, like I said, in less than 24 hours for my full asking price of $30, making my profit $17.87, I believe. And yeah, would totally pick that up again. That was an incredible sale. And then another sale, which took less than 24 hours to sell, is this Tumi backpack. Tumi is a major Bolo brand when it comes to luggage and bags and purses. This is a Tumi red nylon sling Voyager Rivas Travel medium backpack. In my description, I put the keywords. Actually, I didn't put any keywords. I think I just thought the item would sell itself. I got this at a yard sale for $2, but then I also bought like this Betsy Johnson wallet that ended up being really flawed, and so I just put my cost of goods as $4. This had a few imperfections, which I tried to clean, ended up just making the bag look worse. Yeah, there's like several marks here. Um, and this could have probably sold for like $100 if it was in amazing condition. But I just listed it for 42 or best offer. I got a $37.80 offer in less than a day, which I accepted because it was so heavily flawed, making my profit $24.73. I should have just not listed this or I should have just not tried to clean this and just listed it, because over $20 profit in less than a day is incredible. The inside of this bag was really clean, so I am happy about that. But if you knew how to clean nylon bags, you could probably get this bag looking great again. But yeah, this was an amazing flip. I just don't like cleaning stuff up for very long. This Tumi bag actually sold on because I accepted a Depop offer of $30 very soon after I listed it. And then I got eBay offer, which I accepted because usually Depop buyers don't pay when they make an offer. But then my eBay buyer paid and it sold. And then right after it sold, because the buyer paid on Depop, I had to cancel the Depop sale. So I might have been able to price it for more, even with all of the flaws. We're going to talk about 2 more sales before the end of this video. I really didn't want to make this video too long, so I was very selective with what sales I wanted to talk about with you guys. Here is an Old Navy white blue striped 3/4 sleeve all day maxi swing dress size 3X. In my description, I put the keywords nautical, coastal, beachy, cottagecore, modest, flowy, and casual. I picked this up from a regular Goodwill thrift store. I paid the full $8 because I did not have a 20% off coupon or anything. So kind of a lot, but it was a longer length dress. I knew I could put keywords like cottagecore, nautical, and beachy, and it was a size 3X. But it sold for $27. So I'm very happy with that. That makes my profit $12.52, and this only took 29 days to sell. So that's incredible. And then the last sale is actually another Old Navy sale. This is something I got for free in a donation bag.
This is a new Old Navy black cotton gauze muslin smocked waist maxi skirt size large. In my description, I put the keywords minimalist, neutral, flowy, modest, classy, and or classic, and boho. I listed this for $24. I think I sent the buyer or a watcher $19 offer, and it sold for $19, making my profit $14.44. This only took 6 days to sell. And yeah, like I said, $0 cost of goods. The only cost of goods I had, if you really want to get like down into it, is the money that I spent on driving to pick up the clothing bag from this person. And yeah, it was new with tags. In this bag of clothing she gave me, there were only like 3 good pieces, but it was 3 Old Navy clothing pieces that were all new with tags. This one was the best one because it was a good size, a good style, and new with tags. So very happy with this sale. But yeah, that is all of these sales I'm going to talk about today with you guys. I feel bad that I froze up, but you guys can still hear me. So anyway, thanks for joining me.
That is it for this What Sold video, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, joining me. I am really happy with sales, how they've been actually this particular weekend, which is after January 17th. But the weekend that we are on now in January, I think it's the 25th today. But sales this weekend have been amazing. And so I can't wait to talk about sales from this weekend in a future What Sold video. So stay tuned, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.